Strikers on the PC, like, already?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Surprisingly.
I did not know that.
I was like, hell yeah.
Fair dues. I actually haven't played a lot of Persona games. I know the soundtrack's absolutely baller, but that's about it.
You never see them coming.
Like, I have played and own Persona 4, and I played a bit of Persona 5. When I say a bit, I mean like a bit. Like, I played an intro bit, my guy got arrested, and then I think that was like it. It's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thing is, like, I was so excited when I saw that Persona 4 was being ported to PC. And I have a glimpse of hope that Persona 5 and Persona 5 will be on the PC as well.
Oof. Here's hoping.
Here's hoping to a good future.
I played a lot more of Persona 4, but I didn't finish that either.
Persona 4 soundtrack is also absolute gem.
It is mega baller. Top 10 anime soundtracks of all time. This first split's going to be super slow. I wasted some time there. I should have been mashing, and I wasn't. Scoundrel. How was your trip out of town at the weekend there? Was that that was like last weekend?
Yep, that was pretty good. On it well.
Nice.
Though the trip back was like super exhausting.
Is that a long trip that you done?
It's about like 3 hours, I guess. Which is
yeah, that's
not really that long, but like it could have been a lot longer.
I get you. Nah, 3 hours is quite long, I would say. I would be exhausted after 3 hours of travelling somewhere. I drove somewhere that was like an hour away once, and it genuinely felt as if I was driving for days. Like, when does this road ever stop?
Exactly. Never ending. That's why I genuinely enjoy like bus rides more. Because like on the highway, I just stare through the window, and yeah. 248. Oof.
248's better than what I was expecting. I think that should have been better. I lost like 2 seconds from not mashing at a part where I should have been. That should have been a 46.
I see. The bond feature has been unlocked. As the Phantom Thieves deepen their bonds, they will acquire various bond skills. Hell yeah.
Use the striker.
The power of friendship. Bond. James Bond.
I think I did get the item that I needed. It doesn't feel as if I spoke to her enough times, but I've got the item anyway, so whatever.
You just like counted 5 times, like excluding the initial conversation you had with her once you get into the...
It felt as if I only spoke to her 4 there. Like 3 or 4 times, unless I was mashing that much that the boxes kind of started blending together. Extremely unspicy speedrunning.
I might turn up the stream later after yours.
Nice.
I haven't done it in a while. I was way too focused on demonic mode.
I can imagine though, to be fair. Like, if you were playing demonic mode and then going back and forth between them, that would just, like, reset everything you'd learned.
Absolute hell.
Yes. Like, it was genuinely super impressive, but it was way rough to watch. Like, I was watching parts of it, like, oof. And it wasn't your gameplay. Like, your gameplay was absolutely spot on. It's just how difficult it is. Like, how's he navigating all this?
Also, I like how Enigma ranks the runs like by speed. So this was technically a speed run as well. So like I have the fastest one.
Yeah, if it takes off, I'll make a category for it. Not even so much if it takes off, just if there's any sort of demand for it at all. Like if people want to speedrun it, then I'll make it a thing.
There are people who can actually clear it though. Like I barely fucking cleared it. Not once, but twice. Like surprisingly, because I forgot to turn on the recording in Streamlabs. I was extremely sad. Like I was like, you know what? Let's do it again.
I'd probably
and I did it again like 2 tries later.
I would stop streaming. I'd be like, oh no, it's over. Completed demonic mode, but didn't have video evidence of it. I'd be like, that's me. Just become a full-time Fortnite streamer. But yes, I agree with the chat. Silent Gamer in the chat saying that it sounds as if demonic mode needs full attention.
You can get used to like the first 3 bosses, but like the 4th one needs absolute focus because like literally 1 half tile, like even a millisecond, like it pretty much kills your entire run.
Yeah. I saw that. Yikes. Fortnite streamer time to dab and do the floss. I do that anyway. I do that whenever I get a record. Merciless, unhinged dabbing on the computer, too. Oops.
I got a budget Fanta called Manta.
That classic Manta orange, GG. Staple hydration. He's not trolling. Yes.
Hey, quick travel. Let's go.
Starting to remember the room order. It's all coming together now. I will say that I've forgotten about 3 splits. Like, I've done the first split and then didn't do either of the left splits. Top, haha.
Top kick.
Made people happy. Professional Purgatory 2 speedrunners in this here chat. Man's still forgetting to split after all this time.
You get my point why I don't even use splits.
Yes. I do prefer to use splits, but they ultimately don't really matter.
Yeah, I should use them for like longer runs to see how good of a pace I'm going at the moment. I remember using splits for my like first speedrun ever. I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
What in tarnation? The first game that used speedrun, if I'm not mistaken, was Witch's House MV, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oof. All order. Genuinely don't see myself speedrunning Witch's House again anytime soon.
Same. Fuck Witch's House. All my homies speedrun Purgatory too. All my homies run over him from D033.
Fuck Ellen, all my homies run from DO33.
The thing with like the third chase in demonic mode, which is like the final chase in the regular game, it's like you only get one chance. Once he starts like going a full circle, he will chase you at like immeasurable speed. Like you're pretty much done for. He will just like go at you and it's dead. You really need to like do a one cycle and that's it.
Yeah. I noticed that in your the video where you completed it, that he was getting super close to you and then just on a dime changed completely. At Adventure Time 5.8, what was your first speedrun? Well, the first game that I ever was like, how fast can I play this, I wonder, was Resident Evil Survivor, but the first game that I started being like oh, I'm gonna record this and put it in the leaderboards and stuff like that was Madfather.
Ooh.
Which sent me down this dark, never-ending abyss of speedrunning RPG games.
Especially our mutual hatred for RPG Maker M.
Absolute 0 out of 10 engine.
Create new personas. Ooh, let's go.
That's how you know it's getting bad though. Like you've speedrun that many RPG games that you have it out for like specific engines and stuff like that.
The abyss of RPG Maker games where they games.
Honestly though, Witch's House is the game that gazes back at you when you try to speedrun it. Why I don't play it anymore, the game's rough. Like the game has it out for anyone that tries to speedrun it. Just so unfriendly. And then into the bargain for being so unfriendly, it's also like in the MV engine, which is a problem in itself. What has been your favourite game to do for the both of you? I still like Madfather.
That's a hard question, actually.
It is a surprisingly
like,
hard question.
Because like Purgatory 2 has been like really good for me. Like I usually just like love longer speedruns because like they're mostly fault tolerant.
Be simulator.
Just like be simulator.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Was that the bite of 87?
Oh yikes, dog.
You can strengthen the personas you have already acquired as well. Blah blah blah. I should make another coffee later before I turn up my stream, I guess.
Delicious.
Simply delicious.
Finally, some good food. If I'd have to have a think about that question more, but I would probably just say Madfather for the time being. The remake of Madfather is like super good as well, like the one that came out last year, but I don't know if that's recency bias. It makes me want to say that over the original Steam version. Ebe is absolutely top grade as well. That's a super fun game.
Still a game I haven't ran.
It'll happen in due time, I'm sure.
It will happen.
Every RPG Maker runner eventually turns to Ebe. It's genuinely like part of the trifecta. Like anyone, or at least every single RPGM speedrunner that I can think of, has either played or has the intention to play Madfather, Witch's House, and Ebe. Although Purgatory is like super underrated as well, as far as like good speed games go.
E.
I actually don't like coffee. I like coffee flavoured things, but not the actual drink.
That's... yeah.
That is a thing.
That is a thing.
Don't worry, I still get my caffeine dose.
Ooh, I should be moving out by the end of the month. Finally.
Nice.
After 84 years. of...
It's been 1,000 years.
Corpse Party to the moon and hype up.
To the Moon, despite it being a super popular like RPG Maker game, I have never heard of anyone speedrunning To the Moon. I do agree though, I thought Corpse Party would have been way more popular than it actually is.
Oh yeah, I still have yet to finish this documentary I was watching from, I have no idea what's his channel's name. It was like also the one guy that did the documentary, the hidden like gem of RPG Maker horror games, etc., etc. Like his newest video was literally like the rise and fall of Corpse Party.
Oh, it's FNAF 9 or FNAF 9.
Yeah, that dude.
I also meant to watch that as well, but it's like an hour and 20.
Yep.
His Corpse Party video. His RPG Maker video was actually really good though.
Extremely good. He also mentioned fucking Cat in the Box.
He did mention Cat in the Box. That was super pleasant. Cat in the Box is another super good RPGM game that just gets like no attention when it clearly should. It's like the best RPG Maker game to come out in like a while, a long while. I know I say this every single time, but Cat in the Box was released at the wrong time. That would be like a top 5 RPGM game for everyone if it came out at the same time as like Eve, when RPG Maker games were in their prime. And I guess you could say at their peak, because people are still releasing like super good RPGM horror games now. They're just not as popular. Actually, I do need to start playing more Corpse Party though. Like that was a series of games that I intended to run more than I have. Which is like, I've played one game. In fact, I've played 2 games.
I'm gonna save here and probably play this tomorrow.
Nice.
I don't know why, but like, I genuinely just don't really play single player games too often because I tend to fall asleep. I don't know why.
Fair enough.
Because like the positioning of my chair is so stupid, I just really can't make myself comfortable. I'm using a controller as well, so if I had like somewhere to put my legs, it would be super convenient. Or eventually use like Steam Remote Play to connect it to my TV, and it would have been like a lot better.
I get you.
Console killer.
The KFC machine console killer.
Yes. I'm gonna go make myself another coffee and I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
No worries. Take your time. The KFC machine has it out for you. It's the version of Colonel Sanders that was in South Park, where he's just like a prime chicken smuggler. You mentioned McDonald's. Within the presence of the KFC console, say goodbye to your home. Now you've said that, I genuinely need to get back into Corpse Party. I played Rebirth, which was like a fan-made remake of the first game, like the very, very, very first game. And I had like an okay time for that game, but it's long since been outdated through the discovery of like new versions and new strategies and stuff like that. So I need to sort that. The Corpse Party 0 game that I played when you were in the chat, and I got the record for that. I now no longer have the record for that, but the game is like bare average anyway, so I don't really mind all that much. Like, I have no intention to rush back to get that record whatsoever. But the PSP version of Corpse Party, I have been fully intending to speedrun. Imagine playing Resident Evil 8 on the KFC console. Jesus Christ. The absolute scenes. Was about to ask which version you want to speedrun. Every version of the game has its own leaderboard, which is, I mean, understandable. Every version of the game runs slightly differently, and for the most part controls quite differently. So you could feasibly pick up like every version of the game and speedrun like all of them. But the PSP's the version that I have like on hand, so I would kinda want to run that. Ideally on the actual hardware as well, for like authenticity's sake. Do you think we can collab with KFC if I just start speedrunning on the KFC console? I've put chicken in the KFC console, let's see if we can finish the game before it's cooked. Boom. There you go, there's your sponsorship right there.
Friendly reminder to buy myself an espresso machine.
I'm surprised you don't have one. I know that you're an avid fan of coffee.
Yes, especially espresso. And I never consider getting myself an espresso machine. I just am way too used to going to cafes.
Mm-hmm.
Except they didn't work during the weekend, so yeah.
Oh, unfortunate.
Delicious.
I need to get into grinding coffee beans and filtering them. Yeah, some of the procedures I've seen people do with coffee for the sake of getting a drink, absolute wild.
I would actually like to get myself a French press as well for filtering coffee.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure we have one of them. I don't know if we still do. We had one. That's a mission though, compared to like your generic like instant or pre-ground or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a coffee person. I just drink tea. I'm like 90% sure we still have it. I don't know, it's probably a relic at this point. Bronze Age French press.
Ooh, frappe is a good one as well. It's really good during the summer.
I don't know the difference between all these different things. Like, I've been in like a Costa and a Starbucks before, and I look at their menu and I don't know what they sell.
Frappe is pretty much like a iced coffee.
Delicious. If you're into that sort of thing. I did have like an iced coffee one time with some sort of like sweetened syrup or some sort of like sweet syrup in it.
Yeah, that's definitely a frappe.
That was nice.
Maybe like it's a term for like Greek iced coffee or something like that.
Mm-hmm. No,
They
that was
always
pretty
have
nice.
it. I do remember like going to Greece 2 or 3 times, like genuinely every summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then having a frappe by the beach every single day.
Nice. That sounds
Splendid.
good. Oh, nah, that does sound really good.
Never mind. Around the pillar you go.
Not quite to GG. Was kind of hoping to get away to a beach or something during the summer over here, but COVID got me like.
I was planning to go to the Netherlands.
Nice.
Well, that was like my first planned trip by like myself and a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom, nope.
Not today, sir.
Unfortunate, but what can I do? Is this yet another first try?
It is.
A.
E.
Or rather, E.
E. Had to take a bit of a spicy detour there. I would usually go up to get that one at the top and then wrap around the pillar to come back and get the last one, but to no avail.
We should definitely do some theory crafting after we generally finish with all the categories.
For sure. Redeemed hydrate and posture check. Good call. I'll do the posture check just now, but the hydrate I'll need to wait till there's a long cutscene, but fortunately there is one just coming up. There we go. I don't have coffee, but I have Relentless energy drink.
Splendid.
G Fuel in a can.
Really?
Close enough.
Thing is, I can't really get G Fuel here, I guess.
It's not G Fuel we have either. We have something extremely similar though called Sneak. Which isn't what I'm having today. Just I was at the shop buying some stuff earlier and I clocked a can of Relentless and I was like, that'll do me. Now Sneak's really good though, it's like a sugar-free powdered drink sort of thing, you just mix it with water.
I genuinely think like the sugar-free drinks are more unhealthy than sugared.
Unfortunate.
Pretty much because of those artificial sweeteners.
I forgot what they're called now. Aspartame.
No clue.
I think it's aspartame. That's what that's definitely what Iron Brew uses. The only country in the world that even has Iron Brew. That is true. Iron Brew, the lifeblood of Scotland. The guy's not wrong. Cannot fault it. Well, I mean, you can now, ever since they changed the recipe and made it like basically just Iron Brew. Pre-recipe.
Scottish beers?
Definitely the wrong person to ask. I'm not a big beer person.
Feels bad.
I prefer a cider to a beer, but even then I've kinda stopped on the ciders now. It's more the liqueurs and whiskies. Scotland's very good for its whiskies though. Scotland has a big lucrative whiskey trade.
I still have up on my shelf an unopened bottle of Canadian Special Old.
Nice.
It says imported. Pog.
Impogged.
Wait, Brewdog's British? What?
Brewdog is British.
Oh, Pog.
We have.
I can get that here.
We have. Oh, wait, can you?
Yep.
Damn it.
There's in the city that I study, there's like a really good brewery that has like, depending on the season, that has like a lot of craft beer. And usually they mostly import from Germany and like mostly from Germany, but like you can find like, but on rare occasions, a couple of British beers.
No, we've got.
Like I always wanted to try Brewdog.
We have like Brewdog dedicated pubs. Like there's a Brewdog in Glasgow that you can go to and sit in and get food and Brewdog beer and stuff like that. I'm not a huge Brewdog guy because I'm just not a big beer guy, but the Brewdog pub is like especially nice. Like it's a really nice
You know
pub
what
to
I
chill
was
in.
surprised to find in like my local supermarket here in this town that I'm currently in? Japanese beer.
Oh, is that Asahi?
Asahi, yep.
Very nice.
And I have a bottle of Sapporo as well.
Oi.
Those are good
That is
deals
very
with
nice,
beers,
that.
not gonna lie. But nothing can beat. I mean, at least in my opinion, I am a big beer fan.
A lot of people are.
Nothing.
Like, I'm very much in the minority, because beer's not really to my taste, but like 9 out of 10 people here will take a beer. Lagavulin? I hope I'm pronouncing that right, maybe not. I wouldn't be surprised though, the whiskey trade in Scotland is wild. I can't remember what it is that I got, but I got a whiskey from a shop one time. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, it's like Glenmorangie? Glenmorangie? Something like that. Some kind of like 30-year-old single malt whiskey. That was exceptional.
Ooh.
And Brewdog allow dogs in it. They do. They actually do. You're allowed to take dogs into the pub, and they have like beers for dogs.
What?
Don't get me wrong.
Okay,
There's no alcohol in it. It's like
yeah. I would assume there's no alcohol, but that's like. I'm happy with the fact that that exists.
It's like
with joy.
I'm pretty sure I read on their menu. It's like some kind of beef drink thing, like some sort of beef flavored drink. So that like, well, you and your dog can go and have a pint together. Which is cool. The world needs more of that.
I remember like a couple of months ago, after my exam period, me and a friend of mine went to the pub, and he got like, we saw something, kind of dark beer. I don't like dark beers because they're usually way too strong, like 10% alcohol or more.
Oh, that's extensive for a beer.
Like my friend fucking got it. Like, it's called Blackfire. It's a Russian Imperial Stout.
Yikes.
Like, that was like yikes. Like, no, dude.
Just as soon as you said the word Russian, I knew it was all over. I don't want to be stereotypical, but the Russians most certainly know a thing about a drink.
True. We do too, since we're generally Slavic. It's stereotypical for us to call us alcoholics because, like, mostly it's true. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Your words, not mine.
Well, yeah. We do like a drink or two. Or 6.
We're very, very partial to that here.
Or 10. Maybe more. I'll stop right there.
Depending on where you go to here, 10's your appetizer.
Why is YouTube recommending me a screaming guinea pig?
I got that recommendation as well, actually, and I nearly watched it. Like, I was genuinely like, that sounds funny. Like, nearly clicked it. I watch a lot of videos with raccoons in them though, so I assume that's where that came from for me. Like BKs and DKs in the chat. Base the BK.
Based.
I can't even remember what the B in BK stands for. It's to do with another game that we played called Donut County. There's 2 raccoons in it called BK and TK, and I know the TK stands for Trash King. I don't remember what the BK is though. Badger King. Banan King. Burger King.
Badger King. Badger.
Mushroom.
Exactly.
A decades old classic. Base King. I honestly don't remember what the answer is. I can't tell you if you're correct or not. It might be Badger King. Don't see why it would be Badger King considered it's a raccoon, but you never know. That was a good lab. Some of that fresh movement.
Eggs Benedict. Please tell me I have a save for the SJ Snoop. I literally forgot. Wait. Let's try this.
Caesar salad with eggs Benedict. That classic brunch.
Ooh, Caesar salad. Yep. Absolutely delicious.
Cannot knock a good salad. When I say a good salad though, I mean like an actual good salad, because there's some places where you get a salad and they just give you just all lettuce. Like, please stop. I did not ask for lettuce, I asked for a salad. Brooklyn Trash King? That's what it stands for? Brooklyn? What the fuck? I was gonna say, there's not even a T in it. Well, looks like the company that made that's about to get cancelled on Twitter.
Oof.
Destroyed. 2 out of 10. Game was a 10 out of 10, but now I think it might be a 2 out of 10. Oops. Kind of unfortunate. Darn tootin'. Someone said Bonky Kong. Close. Hyper fresh movement. Let's go, boys. Stay strong. Oops. Meh. Police crew. These all make more sense than Brooklyn Trash King. At least every other suggestion follows the BK template that they made.
Okay, I practiced the regular final chase. Now I need to save for the S001.
If I have a spare save for that, then I can send you it after. If you don't want to like trudge through the game looking for it again.
Yes. Would be much appreciated.
All good. What's the world record for this category again?
56:31.
6:31. Okay, thanks. Just like I'm not intending to beat the record, I'm just trying to do the best run that I can. But if it ends up beating the record, that's cool.
I don't know why, but every time you say thanks, it reminds me of that Cat in the Box highlights video with your profile picture blushing.
Thanks. I've started doing the edit video for Killing Floor. I've decided that's a much better thing to do instead of what I've done with Aria's story.
God's hand.
The God hand.
Oh my god, I literally died.
Just the ultra slap. There's a streak on the line here, boy. Yeah, like the Aria story one bizarrely took me like... I'd basically done a speedrun of every single category in Aria's story, but hadn't finished like the first playthrough highlight video. I was like, why? This is completely out of order now. It doesn't make sense. Everyone on YouTube that doesn't know will be like, why are you uploading highlights from your first playthrough like a month after you started speedrunning it? Completely understandable.
Have a nice day.
So yeah, I couldn't stream of that, so I just spent like 9 hours or something just editing the video. I was like, I'm not doing that again, so I've already started editing the Killing Floor one. I've not even finished Killing Floor. Top hat. Perfect. I'm once again underweight in Red Dead 2. Name a more iconic duel.
Okay, so what is End 5?
Oh, End 5's easy. End 5's like, you don't speak to Emma. Don't pick the option that gives you professed love for Henry. And then don't tell Ewan that you're fond of her.
Okay, so you just mash through everything literally.
Yep.
Awesome. Henry Louver.
Rat jams. Yeah, if you just played this game and mashed through everything, then you would get End 5.
Okie dokie.
Gonna start getting real spicy when it gets into the categories where you need to get all the stones and stuff like that. That's real oof territory.
Okay, ending outcomes. End 5. Blah blah blah. Blood plus the damage to the stones. Awesome. Wait a second, didn't I do End 5?
I was gonna say, see now that I'm thinking about it, did you not do End 5? Because
I forgot.
because I remember I think I was in voice chat with you at the time and I was saying to you, the bit I remember specifically is like when you're in the school area and you can't take the bottom door, you have to take the top one. And like, I'm like 99% sure I remember saying to you that like, no, you have to take the top door.
Oh, I did do it. Okay, I just... 57-19.
That's a good time.
Compared to this. I'm gonna do End 5 again.
How so?
Yeah. I'm just gonna do it again because I literally forgot everything about it.
I'm pretty sure that beyond that point it starts getting into the territory where you either need to get rid of the ribbon or collect all the stones.
Let me check for N6. Henry's route, collect all 10. Okay.
Oh baby. That's when the game starts getting real Pepe hands.
Pepe hands, mysterious stones. Alright.
And don't get me wrong, none of them are in like particularly hard places. It's going to be very easy to forget.
Yep.
Particularly, I think the 8th one, there's like another 2 steps that you have to do throughout the game before you can get that one.
Yeah. Version 1.4 special player mention and type. E.
Delicious.
Simple, delicious.
I look forward to getting the playable lyre, like harp thing, in 1.4 and going into people's world and rickrolling them with the lyre. That's what it's all about.
I'm surprised I didn't submit this run.
Which one? Your End 5 run?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realise that you didn't submit it.
Yeah, apparently. Forgot that I've even done it.
Yeah, I haven't really been on SRC in a minute. Like, I still check it every day to make sure that there's not anything that I need to verify, but as soon as I see that, like, oh, I don't have anything to verify, I just close the tab again. Been spending most of my time chilling out instead of doing the old speedrunning.
Meanwhile, I'll get my actual splits set up.
Oh, you're going to do actual splits for it?
I think.
Nice. Excuse me. There we go. Home stretch. Tuna pasta melt for dinner. Sick. Phenomenal choice.
Enter Purgatory first left, second left, easier, free chase. I really don't know how you split these, so I'm just gonna go by intuition.
Oh, is it the template thing that I uploaded you're using?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fair play.
Because, like, I haven't used this in ages.
Yeah, that's fair. I tried to name them in such a way where it was, like, somewhat understandable. Although I can see that, like, I have split them at entirely, like, strange points. Did I miss any POG plays or that in the run? Not so far, although we are on good pace, I would say.
Time to put Abel in the layout background. Sad boy.
You sad man. Having fun with the splits background is like one of my favourite things about speedrunning a new game.
Definitely agree on that.
Here we go. Weird flex, but okay. Please. Oh, there we go. This is some good gameplay.
Intuitive.
For the uneducated, why do you pause here? To try and sum it up as quick as I can, the boss fight has 4 phases, and each phase lasts for a specific amount of time. And if you pause the boss fight, then the timer for the phase still expires. And that phase specifically, the boss's movement's kinda janky and unpredictable. So it's like the most inconsistent phase out of all of them. So if you pause and then use the background music as an audio cue for unpausing, then you can basically skip that whole phase, in a sense. I guess skip's not really the right word for it because it doesn't actually save any time. It just keeps you out of harm's way.
It's a quality of life thing.
Yeah. Makes it less dangerous. It's for safety.
Literally at 247. I'm doing a practice run before the actual stream.
Oh, good.
Oh my god, my friend is spamming me. Because I told him I cleared demonic when I was like, he's like, Baba. Oh no, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Knuckles. Oh no. God bless people that speedrun Sonic Adventure 2. A different breed of man. Knuckles from Knuckles and Knuckles. Knuckles and Knuckles. Basically. And Knuckles. That's a contender for one of my favourite memes, just putting and Knuckles at the end of everything.
Oh no.
Oh no. Featuring Dante from Devil May Cry and Knuckles. Come on, cutscene.
And cutscene.
It's all cutscene. It always has been. When I'm finished this, I think that's me going to be stopping for today.
Two 6 4 8. Oh no, I put a space. Never mind. And this is the reason I don't use splits, because I skipped like a couple of them. Because I skipped.
Did you ever do demonic end for Purgatory 1?
Actually no.
The code for that you need to get the axe is absolute. The code is genuinely like
A is D F G H J K L.
It is indeed. It's the whole second row of the keyboard destroyed, gone.
And then we just keyboard goes brrr.
Gone, reduced to atoms. 5603. Yeah, boy.
Huge quad.
Big.
That's a world record.
Yeah, boy.
Take notes when a silent gamer is always here. It's a guaranteed world record. Let's go.